Hello everyone, welcome to this standing practice. We're going to use our chair as a prop. So go grab a chair. We'll do all of this from standing. And yeah, look forward to variations for things we might do without the chair, but now using the chair to help accommodate maybe people in bigger bodies. So if that's you, awesome. Maybe you want to subscribe and follow along on this channel so that you can see more yoga videos and more yoga tutorials. So I'm just going to fix my mat quickly and we'll come stand about 2 feet, maybe a little bit less, close to the chair. We'll take a breath here. I'm standing in my mountain pose, so I'm engaging my butt, I'm engaging my core, and I'm breathing. Maybe you want to take one foot and bring it up onto the chair. Now, if this feels really high, you don't have to use a chair. You could use like a step or like a little stool if it's shorter. So that works. The one thing that's good about a chair is that it has a back on it, so you can hold it. That can be helpful sometimes. So we'll breathe here. We're now in a lunge position. Maybe we want to lean into it. Notice what's happening with your belly. Is it touching your leg? You could move your belly away from your leg, leaning in to the leg and coming back, leaning in, leaning back. We can then think about taking one hand. So I'm going to bring my left hand, this is my left leg. So the same hand is the leg that's in front, out in front. I'm going to bring the other one back behind. Look over those front fingertips. This is a variation of a warrior two position. You could flip that front palm, raising it up above your head, lowering that other one back down, and lean into that front leg. We're in a reverse warrior here. And then we bring those arms back, look over those front fingertips again, bring that front forearm down, raising that other arm up over top, looking up for an extended side angle, coming back to that warrior two. This time, maybe you want to think about turning your hips a little bit to face a little more forward. And we could raise our hands up towards the sky. Maybe you even want to bring them behind your head for a little bit of a back bend. Breathing. And then we could take our hands. We're going to take one hand. So I'm going to take the same hand as the one that's in front. So this is my left side. And I'm lowering it down towards the seat of the chair, towards my foot. You don't have to touch. Mine sort of grazes it. And you raise the other one up. You can look up if you want. And then coming back to center, we can turn our toes on the ground to face forward and think about what's happening here. So my leg is really bent. So I'm going to wiggle myself out a little bit so I have a little more space so my leg can be straight. From here, maybe we want to raise up our hands one more time. And this time we could take one hand, lowering it down towards that leg, and then look up on the other one. And then we can come back up. This time, maybe we want to put a bend in the knee. We can wiggle that foot back, bend that knee, and sit back. Thinking about our butt coming back, sitting back. Maybe you want to bring your hands to heart center. And we have a variation of a side lunge here. This is really good because I find that in a bigger body, doing the side lunge really hurts my knees when I'm not using a chair. But the chair really takes all the pressure off of the knee here. And then we can come back up. We'll turn to face the chair again. Maybe you want to be close to a wall to like hold on to it or hold on to something while you wiggle around. We'll do one more. Warrior one. Take a breath. Then we can bring our hands down through our center and bring them down to our sides again. And we can shake it out. So we're going to do that same thing on the other side. I'm just going to move my chair. You don't have to move your chair. I just want to so you're not looking at my back in some poses and you can still hear me. So we find ourselves in front of the mat, taking a breath. Then we raise up one foot onto the chair. You can lean into it a couple times. Then maybe we want to raise up our hands for that warrior two. So the same arm as the leg. So this is my right side, so right arm, right leg. Looking over those front fingertips. Then maybe you want to flip that front palm, raising it up, lowering that other hand down towards the back of your body, looking up, leaning into that front leg. Taking your breath, coming back, looking forward. Maybe we're bringing that front arm down to that leg, raising the other one up, option to look up. And then coming back to that warrior two one more time. And we'll turn a little bit, facing forward, raising up our arms for our warrior one. Taking your breath. And now we're going to lower one hand down towards the chair, raising the other one up, looking up, breathing here. And then we'll come back up, we'll lower those arms down. We'll take this turn. So we're turning to our foot to face away. And again, we need to wiggle ourselves out a little bit to make this leg straight. Taking a breath here. And maybe we want to raise our hands up. And we'll lower that one hand down towards the leg. Breathing. And then we can come back. And we're going to wiggle our foot in again. There we go. So you can bend this knee. Both feet are facing forward. Have a better mat than mine. Mine's coming up. Have one that stays on the ground. And you can bend here, breathing. Hands could be at heart center. They could be on your legs. They could be anywhere that works for you. And then we can slowly start to turn. We'll do one more warrior one. Raising our hands up. And then we can come down on our mat and shake it out. See how you're feeling. So I have an extra mat here on top of my other mat because my dog likes to come and try and chew up my yoga mat. So I have that, and which is why it's all bunchy. But for you, have something that like sticks to the ground and stays, because you don't want it to be like flopping all over the place like that. It can be kind of dangerous, and it's actually easier to practice yoga when what you're on isn't moving around. So we'll come again back to our chair. Let's take a breath. Maybe we want to raise up our hands. We're going to hinge forward, lowering our hands down to the chair. You could look forward, thinking about sticking your butt out. Sticking it out behind you. Now think about sticking your butt up in the air. When you do that, think about your butt and your tailbone sticking up in the air, looking up forward. You're creating an arch in your spine. Now we can go the other way, tucking your butt and tucking your tailbone, looking down. You're rounding your spine. Alternating here. How does this feel? We're doing some cat-cow movements without having to be on our hands and knees. We could do a simple twist here, raising one arm up. That's opening up the chest. And then we'll do it the other way, lowering that hand down. Taking a breath. Maybe we want to do a couple more cat-cows. And we can slowly start to round our backs, coming up, kind of ending in our mountain pose, engaging our butt, engaging our core, hands on by our sides, standing tall and taking a few breaths. Thank you so much for this practice. Hopefully you subscribed and we can practice again together soon. Thank you.